time zones, everyone, and welcome to what I can only assume is probably a Thursday. I hope that everyone is doing well, and yeah, you can keep that sunlight, Frauke. Welcome in. I believe I see a Blast and a Frauke both sneaking in before the universe started. Or at least before the stream. Welcome in, and hello to Glam Pixie and Jerry May. Welcome into you, and True Purple. Oh, well, apparently I need to stretch and hydrate already. Heil hydrate. Let's get that out of the way. Yep, definitely remember to hydrate, particularly if you are in an area that is nice and warm. Or ridiculously hot. And a stretch as well. Yeah, it's only a minor stretch, that one. Welcome in, Lotus, and thank you for those. Scroll. We have a Raven. Welcome in, Raven. Scroll a bit more. Shadow Sky, welcome in. Nordic Wolf, who's lurking. Thank you so much for the lurk, Wolf, and for a 15 stream streak. Fantastic to see you. Cryptfire. Can't believe you can't be this early. Don't know what to do with your time. Well, welcome in, Crypt. And Kel is on a 5 stream streak, running around wrapped in a blanket. Yep. Yeah, no. You, as I say, you can keep the sunlight. I don't want it either. So your creakings are probably safe, Blast, I think. Speaking of Blast, they appear to be on a 380. Sorry, 380? Excuse me while I read that again. Now that I've actually double-checked the off by 1 in my brain, that's a 280 stream streak. Nope. Sand? Who the heck's Sand? I see Lotus waving to Sand. Is that Crypt? Ah, okay. I'm going to assume that... I apologise. I don't occasionally pick up on name variances. Crypt is Sand. Thank you. Okay, that makes sense now. Welcome into Crypt and Sand simultaneously. And Sandok is Crypt. Istanbul is Constantinople and Istanbul is Constantinople and there was a misspeak and no, I'm pretty sure that you are now. Yes. Right. In the interests of actually getting started today, I'm on top of my of the Great Hall because it happens to have convenient anvils. Now, I have a problem. Well, I have many problems, but apparently, the Murder Hobo 2, Revenge of the Murder Hobo, cannot be repaired. It is beyond. It is beyond saving. A moment of silence for the Murder Hobo 2. Right, let's go and make the Murder Hobo 3. Yep. So, let's go shopping. We need to go shopping. And the reason... and part of the... yes. I don't know if it's immediately visible, but I currently have Hero of the Village 5. This should help with the shopping. So, I'm hoping. And a subtle tombstone somewhere. Yes. Right. That. And this. Oh, Murder Hobo 2 will not be, will not break. Murder Hobo 2 will be retained. We might not have a museum in this world, but we do have IKEA, which has Murder Hobo 1 in it still. The The murder hobos continue their generations, and we respect them. Yep. In memory of their faithful service, we will protect the murder hobos. Ow. And I will crash into things. Great. Before we consign the murder hobo to Revenge of the Murder Hobo, we need to go shopping and start replacing it. Great. And I suspect what I will probably need to do is get a few more levels. But first, let's go and sort out some shopping. Thankfully, we're not going to Marks and Spencer's, which is just as well, because I'm fairly sure that they're still not available for online shopping. Okay, that makes sense, Cal. That does make sense. Welcome to Lagville. For those who've not encountered Lagville, we're here. We are here. We are here. However, what we do have are some villagers. Right, first things first. Unbreaking 3. Oh, I need... well, no, apparently first things first is I need some books. It's kind of hard to... kind of hard to buy any books without some books. So, Unbreaking 3. That's a good start for 7 emeralds, reduced from 25. I'll take that. Oh, hey, and a free book. Thank you. And another free book. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's see. Infinity. Quick Charge, Multi-Shot, Bane of Arthropods. Infinity for 2. Yeah, I'll take that. That seems... I'll take that. What do you sell? Looting 3. I don't think I can put looting on a bow, unfortunately. Otherwise, that would be useful. Right. Loyalty on a bow would be useful, but not quite. Lure. Nope. Respiration. I don't think you can put respiration on a bow. Silk Touch. Fortune. Respiration. Impaling. Efficiency 4 and Quick Charge. Nope. I know there are signs here, but I don't think they're up to date with some of the later things. Yeah, like... Oh, hey, Infinity for 9. Yeah, I'm never buying that from you, dude. Protection... I like that. Protection 3 for 7. Protection 3 for 10. Yeah. Oh, Power 5. There we are. That's a good start. I had a feeling there was Power 5. Now, if I can find Flame, that would be a good final item. Time to make things flambe. Sweeping Hedge on a bow? Really? I don't think so, sir. Knockback. I don't think I want knockback. Not on this one. Power 4. No, I think I'll stick with Power 5. Sharpness on a bow would be lovely, but I don't think it's going to help. Aqua. Luck of the Sea. Right. Wrong kind of knockback. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like I don't have Flame. That's probably not a big problem. I don't think I actually need it. So we're going from Power 5 Unbreaking 3 Infinity to Power 5 Infinity Unbreaking 3. Okay, that sounds like we're not making any change then. How much to join these together and turn this into a bow? Well, that's interesting. 4. I'll take 3 as a starter. 6. Or 8? No, I think we'll go for the 6. Thank you very much. And to join it all together is 16. And I've got 13. Of course it is. And we have a graveler, for those who might need one. And welcome in Miyakula. Nah, we have some very, very useful gentlemen here who are selling emeralds for 2 iron. Any old iron, any old iron, any old iron. I've got some, you've got a ton. Let's sell things and make some fun. That sounds wrong. And apparently I'm going to have everything thrown at me. What did you just throw at me? So I've got 2 stone pickaxes, a stone shovel, chainmail boots, chainmail helmet, and chainmail leggings. Oh, plus a pair of stone hose. You lot are trying to really butter me up. Heading back into the office from lunch. Well, thank you for joining us, Miyakula. Right. Okay. I'm tempted to go for that now. Hobo 3. Actually, I don't think the zeros really work. The ho ho ho. Oh, yes. I like that. Hobo 3, the ho ho hobo. You better not shout, you better not cry, you better not run, I'm telling you why. I've got a hobo and I'm gonna murder you. Welcome in to Feg and Nanian, who have arrived just as I've gotten very disturbing. Go figure. Whee! Time to jump off a cliff. Right, so now we have a new hobo. It is the Ho Ho Hobo. Boy, do these things get weirder. Santa Scots is coming to murder me. I promise I was a good kid. Really? Really I was? Yep. Right. Okay, so here we have the Murder Hobo. So I feel like over here should be the Murder Hobo too. Do I have... Actually, oh, hold on. I could have sworn I saw... What am I going to do with a rabbit hide? Aha! Leather. Nope, I saw them here somewhere. Where did those sticks go? There they are. If dragons here, they may be lurking. I don't think I've seen them yet. The sticks are where I put them. Thank you, Nanian. That's informative and useless as always. There we are. Hobo 2, Revenge of the Murder Hobo, is now hanging in the entrance of IKEA. Ah. Did somebody summon dragon? Welcome into Canadian Dragon. Apparently, you summoned a dragon. You have woken the dragon. Right. Now, the other thing I've done between streams is I've come back and refilled most of the Chaos shulkers, also known as the ones with stone in them. It is Blacklad. Welcome in to Blacklad. Look, I am not Vlad Dracul. Blah, blah, blah. No. No. Okay. Also, hey things. Hello, Stuffy. How are you two doing? I have to say hi to things and stuff. And I think I've just done that just as Raven said it. Yes, you absolutely have to say hi to things and Stuffy while we're here. You cannot visit IKEA without saying hi to them. I'm glad Mousie's feeling better. Right. Is there anything I know? Anything I know? No, I don't know anything. Is there anything else I need while I'm in IKEA? Survey says... No, no, right. Let's go back to Gordonstein. Can confirm from watching streams. Scots knows nothing. Wow. Brutally accurate. I should be upset for definition of character there, Nanian. Accurate definition of character, no less. Right. I think, now that we've got a new hobo, it's time to move out. I've decided it is time to move away from the Ravager Racing arena. And let's go and work on something else for a while. You try your best to be as brutal as possible without being brutal enough to warrant a timeout or ban. Yeah, I can understand that. Hey, Elkhorn! Welcome in. Right, you, and you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, hold on. That had stone brick in it. So, which one of these is my stone... I haven't actually picked up the stone brick ones yet. That would explain it. Alright. Now, we don't need to yeet Elkhorn in front of Ravagers. I'm sure they'll end up being yeeted in front of anything else instead. Let's see. I'm not going to bother with that. Let's pick up these. That's just a chest of boats. And Kel runs back into the room and dives under the blankets. Blimey, it's cold out there. You can tell that Kel wasn't here. I didn't get told off for taking so long to say hi to things and Stuffy. I did say hi to them, Kel. Don't worry. I did say hi to things and Stuffy. Okay, I have all of my shulkers. So, let us bid adieu, but not goodbye, to the Ravager racetrack and head for Gordonstein Ward, because I would like to do a little bit of silliness. I feel the time, it is time. The time has come, the walrus said, to wonder why you're talking to a walrus. It's 7 degrees out there. I'll take it. I've just realised I've flown in the wrong direction. No, I'm going to be working over here. But what we should do is move back in to Oldie. Why is that door open? Here we find Scotsman moving back into Oldie. Right, so that one. So if we're doing this, stone bricks, that one, metals. I have no idea, Elkhorn. Sometimes these things happen. Hello, cat. Will you look after my metals and my lighting? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I feel like that one needs to be updated a bit. Not 100%, so we'll chill out in a corner. You look after yourself, Feg. And thank you for the lurk there, Dragon. You hope that Oldie consented to this. I'm fairly sure Oldie knows that we move in every so often. If they don't, whoops. Right, let's see. Tough, stone, cobble. Right. I feel like... Oh, hold on. This is only a 3. Huh. You can tell this was built back when I had fewer shulkers. What do I have in these chests? Nothing. Excellent. Right. At which point I'd like to move these chests up. By chests, I mean shulkers. Why is that one the wrong way round? Who knows? Alright. Tough. Stone. Mossy cobblestone. Things. Dirt. Woody. More woody. And white stuff. Nanian felt like eating something and Elkhorn just popped in. Wow. Okay. Wood, wood, and wood. Wouldn't it be nice if I made sense? Wouldn't it be nice if I made sense? What's the difference between those two? Absolutely nothing. Right. I'm not sure how to respond to that one, Black Lad, so I won't. Actually, that one is my light sources, so we keep that with that. I have no idea why I have a map that appears to be... Oh, that's a trial chamber. I have a map to a trial chamber? Huh. Ah, okay. That kind of makes sense. At least I'm fairly sure that's... yeah, that's the trial chamber logo. Okay. Now that we've moved in, let's go and look at our construction site. Let's not get stuck in a tree. That would be a bad idea. So, here we have a sorcery guild. You see squirrels in our future. Maybe? I can actually bring the cam account online now that I'm not actually playing with Ender pearl stasis chambers, so let's bring that over as well and have a look at what we're looking at. So, this thing. It's a small wee building. Just a small wee building. And it's going to have a tower next to it, or on it, attached to it, connected thingy. Meanwhile, a cluncher has appeared. Yes, we have another Pokemon in chat. Everyone remember. Now, Kel, why are you pushing me into the pit? I haven't even started building the sacrifice chamber at the bottom yet. And these two buildings are, I think they're marked as Golomancy Workshops 1 and a half. 2, yes. 1 and 2. Hello, Kurt. Welcome in, because you're a menace. Suddenly, I'm very glad that I'm not on the same server as Kel. I would probably have a a far higher death count. It would be a bit like Blackclad and Lotus. Right. Or at least the death count. Hey, listen! Yes, Blackclad? Are you going to say that you don't murder each other on a regular basis? Because, I'm pretty sure the infinite death count, like I said, murdering everybody. Why am I using an axe? I put a fire extinguisher into my inventory and then I started cutting the ground up with my netherite axe. That doesn't make sense. You don't, just some days. Someday Blackclad is dead. Someday Blackclad is dead, and Lotus has murdered them for their head every other second of the day. Hello, pig. You're about to axe me about that. Well, I can't explain it, that's for sure, Kel. Lovely. Rain. Just what I didn't want. You know what? I'm going to take away a bit more of this hillside so that there can actually be a window here. There we are. You think you need to dig deeper to find the reason? I'm not sure. The impressive thing is, because this was a sulk touch. What the heck's a sulking axe? It's an axe that's been used to dig up dirt, obviously. Because that was a sulking axe, I have actual grass blocks in my inventory when I wasn't expecting them. Still not sure what a sulking axe is. Okay. Hello, Chimkin. Don't need more words to be thrown at me. I've already got many of them. Most of them end with ouch. And the ones that don't end with ouch start with it. It's amazing what a prefix can do. Yeah, I had a feeling I was going to find stone here. It's a hard stone life for us. It's a hard stone life for this. And I am trying to build all of these really silly things. Right. Now I don't have random grass blocks in my inventory. Okay, now we can actually get to sections that might be usable as front doors. So, one of the things I want to use this area for is a villager breeder. Just in case. Because I would like to get rid of the villager breeder on the hill. If I borrow the cam account for a second. This thing has been sat here for nearly 18 months. Possibly 2 years. And so I kind of feel that it's time to move them to a new home. Because, yeah, I think so. I think the time has come. Nah? You think they're you think I should just go for a totally brand new one and leave those two there forever? Okay. But what I would like to do is work out how to figure that into this. So what I'm thinking is that section there, that immediately up from here, would probably be good as where I want to do this. So I'm thinking... Hold on, he's doing it again. He's thinking, world doomed! Doomed, I tell you! How tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ceiling... Actually, I think that if that's 4, we would do half slabs on the... Yeah, okay, so we put the dirt at... No, we don't. We put the dirt at this level. Oh, no, hold on. I've goofed. I've barely even started and I've already goofed. The reason I'm saying that is because we need to have a tunnel, or sorry, an area for the villagers to be dropped out into when they try to get to bed. So maybe that scaffolding should not have been dropped on the floor. Maybe tomorrow I'll want to settle down. Until tomorrow, I'll just keep building now. How wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's the perfect width for a farm. And that might actually be a 9 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, hello. Did I plan this? Are we seeing evidence of Scotsman having left plans in place when he sorted this out? Or are we just seeing complete and utter blind luck? If you thought the answer was planning, ha! Yeah, you ain't been around here much. How tall is that area? 1, 2, 3, and there. More likely sheer blind luck. Sheer blind luck. Sheer blind luck. See how it goes. Everything. Yada da 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 da. Yada da dee 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 dee. Appropriate. You make the hobo and then start singing the theme from The Littlest Hobo. Maybe tomorrow I'll want to murder again. Until tomorrow I'll just keep murdering. Ah, God. I remember that series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one. So what I'm thinking now that I've looked at this is not that I'm insane. That would be too easy. What I am thinking is that section of roof we turn into a greenhouse. And we have it as a villager breeder greenhouse. And then this section of roof, going this way. Your sister watched all of it on streaming recently. So this section here in the attic, we put some beds in to taunt and to cause the villagers to come in this direction. And then we can just put greenhouse up here and greenhouse over there, etc. And the idea is going to be that when they come running over here to get into bed, they will drop down into this level, where they will be pushed across over here, and then dropped into a pit of sacrifice. Did I mention that we're planning on sacrificing villagers to create iron golems? Yeah. I'm not crazy. Really, I'm not. I might just be a little vicious. Okay, now that I'm apparently having a moment, I feel like the first thing we probably should do is bring in some copper for the roof either side. Oh hey, new chicken. Bye. You don't know if you believe me. I wouldn't believe me either. Right, to Aldi. Completely and totally bonkers. Excellent, excellent. I have lived down to my expectations. Oxidized cut copper stairs. Right, meeting time. Back in a bit. Have a good meeting, Raven. Waxed, oxidized cut copper slab. Why are they waxed? Oxidized cut copper slabs. I should probably use the waxed ones first and then turn them back into non-waxed. Let's grab about a stack of oxidized copper, because why not? Do I have a stone cutter? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Fandabidoozy. I will build. So what I want to do is get the villager breeder in, even if I don't get the villagers in. No one ever believes a squirrel. Similar to a pufferfish. Always innocent, yet no one believes them. You haven't been innocent for... No. No. You ain't innocent last. See? Proof. I feel like there's a... Yeah, I feel like there's a thingamy. What's a thingy? A bit of the roof missing here. There should be roof here. Oh well, we'll sort that out in a minute. Look you in the puffer eyes and tell me you're not innocent. All the lies. I can absolutely look in your eyes and tell you you're not innocent. Look into my eyes. You are a pufferfish. A pufferfish. A pufferfish. You are a puff... What? I'm thinking I must have run out of deep slate at some point, because I'm finding gaps in this roof. And I don't mean where they're expected to be. Wait, no, that's wrong. That should be there. One of them. Now we swap over to these. Actually, if I take out... If I put that in and then hit it with that, it becomes unwaxed. And then we can just do... Oh, no, hold on. Ooh, no, hold on. That's wrong. That's wrong. There. Do this. And we have a Lotad in chat for anyone who might be interested in trying to catch it. Right, so let's start thinking about this. I'm gonna hold on to those. Where's my stone cutter? Right. It's nice to know I'm back to form. We've barely even started a building, and I'm already building the roof first. How fantastic. It had been a while since I worked on a building backwards. Face palms over an OBO in redstone. There can be only OBO. I was about to try and put a diamond hoe into a stone cutter and wonder why it didn't do anything. No, that doesn't go there. Are you breaking resin farms, Blast? And more to the point, please tell me you're not placing this resin farm underneath my base. Preferably in such a way that the creaking don't come out to torment me, because I know you. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need more anyway. Over here, over there, we need to build something there. Now I know this is all very green at the moment, but we will cut it back. I've also realised... Actually, hold on. I'm having a moment. I'm having a think. I don't think copper would be the right thing. If I've got a greenhouse at one end of this, wouldn't it be better to have, say, a living roof? Like, say, that one. Or should I go with... no, let's go with the copper. It is a... It is a lab. What the heck's a non-sleep schedule? Why would you want it shared? Why not both? It's kind of hard to have two roofs. Although I could have that section being living roof. That might work. So we have the lower roof be living and this roof be copper. That might work. That might work. Really? Apparently it's a rain day in Minecraft. Yeah, I'm thinking that might be the case, Blacklad. So, previously, when I've done a living roof, it's been moss over bamboo. What I might do is moss growing over copper for once. So we do this as a proper copper roof, and then we do it, and then we bring in some of the copper to go against the copper. And I meant moss. I really meant moss. I know what I meant to say. The fact that I didn't say it has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Right, let's go and get some cobbled deep slate, apparently. The annoying thing is, it's been a long time since I did this roof, and I'm starting to think it might not be right. But I don't want to take it apart and redo it. That's not a door. Well, it's a trap door, but it's not a door. Okay, how many people flinched when I walked over a bed? That didn't work. Let's try that again, without the splat. Well, actually, it was a fall, not a splat. So don't count it as a splat. Alright. So, you... Splot. Well, at least it's not a sploot. We have a sploot in progress. No, we don't. Your brain over this farm has solidified into an amber. Anyone wants it? Desperate for some sleep. Have a good sleep and look after yourself. Blast. Thank you for joining us. I need to be higher. Hey, Deathly Mini. Welcome in. Should there be a... Yeah, there should be one of those there as well. Oh, and... Heil Hydrate. Thank you for that blast. Right. Wacka, wacka, wacka. Hey, Urban. Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Oh, no, that shouldn't be there. I should be higher. And welcome in to the Raiders from Nordic Wolf. Thank you for joining us. Hold on. I've got a tab to close. There we are. Alright, Oops. Oh, no, I didn't have a tab open. Huh, I thought I had a tab open. I could have sworn I had a tab open. Either way, Wolf, how are you doing? I noticed you were streaming, and how are things going? I'm going to need more. I'm going to need more. Couple deep slate stairs. Did you have a good stream? No, but you do. Thank you for coming in with that raid, Blacklad, who was already here. Chaos Wolf Den has come to steal my snacks and cause chaos. I don't have snacks. Will you give me snacks to then steal? And Wolf was left behind by the... How did you get left behind by your own raid? That's impressive. Oh, no. Should have only been there. Whoa. Hey, no off-B ones. Yay! Happened to you a few times. How can you... oh, no! I forgot this block. Curse you, Minecraft! Heck, you remember when you accidentally hosted instead of raiding a channel? Oh. Hit raid out and just stayed on your creator dashboard screen. Wow. So basically what we're saying is Twitch be derpy. Also known as Twitch. Twitch, 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 Twitch. It's not that we don't love you. Yeah, we really do. We are here. We are here. We are here. Scotsman here's a Twitch. But you do live down to your name. Alright, let's get some of those and some of those and see if that's probably way not the right number. Stream was good though. Tested Nether Tree Farm by Enquila. Ooh, a new Nether Tree Farm. I must admit, I was looking at the design for one of those earlier in the week, but I cannot for the life of me remember who it was by. Is it a good... Is it functional? Is it useful as a farm? These and many other questions. You like Uncle Ray's design? While a good farm wouldn't rank it high due to the risk of blowing itself up, what with where the TNT dupers would be. You see, this is one of the reasons why I am not why I'm not letting myself have TNT dupers very often. Although I still have, I still have the option of one. Oh, Ray's works. Right. That's not a bed. That's a stair. Because I'm pretty sure that... Anyone remember how many times I blew up myself or the build when I was building Petra? I know I had to build Petra 3 times. And that wasn't because I blew it up. I built it. I got it wrong. I fixed it and built it again. And then, after that, I had to take it apart. Because it was 3 blocks too high. No, 3 blocks to the wrong side of where I wanted it. And we have a carbink in chat for those who might be interested in catching a Pokemon. So yeah, I took apart a farm just to move it by 3 blocks. It might have been it might have been less. It might have been 1. But I remember I had to I literally built and tested a ridiculous nether stem farm, and then rebuilt it again because I wasn't happy with the placement. Good stream. That's the important bit, Wolf. Don't mind me, I'm blithering. I'm a blithering Scotsman. Blathering blatherskates. Now, what's that from? I feel like that's from a cartoon series. And for some reason, my first instinct is it might have been Darkwing Duck or something. Well, the carbink escaped. Hashtag rigged. Whoops, no, that's in the wrong place. Right. I know I need at least 7. And I don't know how far off this number is. So, how many stairs short am I going to be? And if it turns out to be 1, I am going to laugh. Nope, it's 3. Of course it's 3. Of course it's 3. Because that's 1 craft with 1 left over. Lucretius Fox, welcome in. Thank you very much for the raid. How are you doing and how was your stream? If you have a moment to say hi, it would be fantastic to hear what you were up to. If you need to raid and run, we fully understand that. Looking after yourself is important. And you were working on a cottage in Minecraft. Oh, fantastic. I hope that's going well. I can't believe I have 1 stair left over. I mean, like, why? It's coming together. That's fantastic. Why do I always have an off by 1? It's like Minecraft is punishing me for something that was fun. Alright. Actually, those shouldn't be that. So now we need to start working out how to make that a greenhouse. Yes, I'm embedding a so for those arriving, this is going to be a research laboratory, sorcery guild type thing. And the first thing I'm doing is embedding into the ceiling of the roof. The ceiling of the roof. Some of those words make sense together. Into the roof, I am embedding a greenhouse, which will be a villager breeder. I have plans. Because it makes perfect sense to have a villager breeder in a sorcery guild. Researching what? The cause and effect of scope creep. No. how to create iron golems. In a totally different in a totally different way to normal. Okay, Urban, look after yourself. Retro SP81, welcome in. Happy Thursday. I hope you're doing well. One of these chests has... Well, I needed 9 polished basalt, but actually I needed 18. No. Ah, there it is. So. Let's get that. Oh, hold on. One of these things has glass in it. There it is. I'm wondering if we should tint the glass. Ooh, what did we do with the greenhouse over there? Nope, I've missed my door. There it is. Doing fine. How about yourself, Retro? It's alright to call you Retro? Kind of feels like it's the appropriate shortening, but I might be wrong. Do tell me if I'm wrong. Right. There. No worries. It's okay. Cool. Actually... That's interesting. I managed to pick those up. That's impressive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, just the 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, Blackclad. Ooh. Knowing Blackclad can be dangerous. Cue pinball sequence. Yes. What are we bouncing a Scotsman off of if we're doing a pinball sequence? Right, over here I have another greenhouse. It kind of feels like I should at least try and match some of the styling. Question is, where the heck do I leave the greenhouse? Hi, fellas. Okay. Ooh, okay. Thank you. This is Gordonstein Ward. The village that I kind of use as a shopping district for another build just over on the other side of the promontory, also known as Castle Gordonstein. Okay, I apparently did all of my glass as white glass. Whee. So I need white. Also, at some point, I should probably collect the copper from the copper aging facility. Welcome back, Raven. How was the meeting? Let's have a quick borrow of this. So, yes, this is Gordonstein Ward. Kind of my shopping district. It is the shopping district for this. This is Gordonstein. A pillager outpost. Or rather, this is the lower area of Castle Gordonstein. If the chunks would ever load... Hi. There we are. we have the upper area of Castle Goldenstein. And then just moved on from this week, we have a Ravager racetrack. Because, yeah. You absolutely have to have a Ravager racetrack. Hey, Inari. Welcome in. This world has been going for a while. This area of build has been going on for a while. I don't know how long. I've lost track. Hey, CB, welcome in, and thank you so much to Taryn for the 12-month gift subscription that you are now on month 5 of. It's been 84 years. Yes. And this is one of several builds. Yeah, I do have a habit of going to others. You will find that I bounce around the world a bit. Right. Let's get 6 of those for the moment. Oh, actually, I shouldn't start on the glass yet. I really shouldn't start on the glass yet. I should finish working out the other bits. Scotsman, Commander-in-Chief of the Squirrel Libation Army. Squirrels! Yes, I would never squirrel. I would never, ever... Squirrel! Also, at some point I left this sign for myself. Squirrely, squirrely. Everyone's lost the squirrely. I appear to have a lot of random stuff in this chest. But not the stuff I was looking for. Okay. I need wood. And part of me is like, I should really borrow some of the wood from back at the racetrack. Before using new stuff. Whee! So... let's see. I want something that goes well with dirt. Well, apparently I don't have much spruce. That is a problem. I thought I had more than that. I may have to grow some spruce trees. Hold on. Why didn't I pick up the saplings then? You see, that would have made sense. You know, if you need more wood and you need more trees, why didn't you pick up the saplings? There they are. 21. I'm not sure IKEA has a decent supply of anything at the moment, Raven. I was at IKEA yesterday after stream. Looking at what was there because I wanted to get a restock on gravel, and I had 0 gravel at IKEA. So IKEA is actually running low. I may have to spend some time basically just restocking. Had some pre-grown spruce. True, those are outside the front door. dear. I... Are you saying I have to do a chop-in Tuesday, Feg? Right. Let us work out where this roof is, though. So... this should probably be here. And for those who are partaking of the Pokemon, we have a Swadloon. Yeah. You head out for some wood, stone, gravel, come back with some magic beans instead. That sounds like something I would do. That really sounds like something I would do. I'd go out for wood, stone, and gravel and come back having raided a trial chamber or something. Chop, 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 dig, dig. Ooh, shiny! Yes. Shiny. Everything is shiny. I need some half slabs. I need some trapdoors. I forgot to pick up trapdoors. The worst thing is I know that I've got 3 stacks of trapdoors back in Little Oldie. But I do know that I have some in Oldie. This one? No. This one? No. This one. 3rd time lucky. I know what I'm doing. Rumors of me knowing what I'm doing are... entirely inaccurate. Yes. For those who haven't encountered this, this storage area is Oldie stores. Because this is where I have all these stores. Part of a complex, including a mini David. And several mules. No, it actually sounds like it might almost be sensible, Feg. Which you got to be careful with that. We don't do sensible around here. Right. So let's put in trapdoor, trapdoor, trapdoor. Solid block, solid block, solid block. Right, now we can run these across to here. Ugh. Well, that's a problem. Not a very big problem, but it's a problem. You're sure it'll balance itself out for long? Yeah, yeah. Now, knowing the way things work in this place, yeah. Okay. There will be a wall here, so I'm not going to bother putting that any further. I feel like we can put a slight outcropping window type thing here. So that we could possibly have one extra block there. Make it 4? Yeah, let's make it 4. Right, I need some more stairs in deep slate. Actually, I think it's only 5. Well, the odds that I've got that wrong. Probably by 1. Nope. I've got it wrong by 2. Of course I have. Halfway there to this folder being extracted goes about... Oh dear. That sounds like it's going to be a big world to download then, Wolf. Right, so now we take that and that back out and put that there. I meant that to be the stair. That's better. I saw a stairway right over there. It's supposed to be a stair. Why isn't it there? Right, so if there's a wall there, I could put 3 beds here. I can put some decorative sections for the window here, and this is on the wrong side. Oh, it's Ray's Farm World. Oh goodness. Yeah, that'll be a world. Okay, so let's see. Farmer A meets Farmer B. Farmer A and Farmer B think that they are, well, compatible. Farmer A and Farmer B, having been farmers for a while and farming a bit, cause Villager C to appear. Villager C comes over, sees 3 beds over here, knows that there's 2 farmers here. They're allowed to actually have a 3rd one. Takes one look at them, starts running over, and immediately falls down into this pit. Excellent. Right, I need 3 beds. Am I still carrying copper? Yes, that's good. Bed. I've got wool over here. What colour should we make these beds? If we got a greenhouse, let's make them, I don't know, purple? I feel like purple is a nice, completely into difference colour. There we are. One thing about Ray, he might build things crazy, weird, but he's able to weather the weird redstone chases that Mojang implements. Yes. I heard there was... I saw some ongoing discussions in the Spawn Chunks Discord this morning, and for most of the day, about some redstone changes going on. Oh, hey, 12 hay bales, and some white stained glass. Useful. Cyan? Cyan might be good. Hay bales. Didn't realise I had hay bales. Yeah, why not? Let's go with cyan. I feel like I go for purple just because I like purple far too often. Hello, sheepies. Right. One of these is not like the others. One of these has some wood in it. I almost wish that, yeah, I was about to say, I almost wish that beds actually allowed you to have different colours of wood on them. I know it would be silly, but... yeah, that kind of makes sense. Also, what the heck is an X-only world? Is that a world where you've only got Izuma Void? Right, I'm thinking. Careful, he's doing it again. We're in trouble. He's thinking. You're matron. He's thinking. We're all doomed. Don't have to play with withers. You can just build a squid farm. Yeah. Does it only well? I came back here for something. Oh yes. Yes. 3 of those. That's 2. Please learn to count, Scots. Right, if I do that, let's grab some chiseled bookshelves and a lectern, because no, let's not go with that. Villagers won't take a chair. Yeah, why not? What if people like the death roses? I mean, they can always have more death roses. Whee! Yes, I know. It's perfectly ridiculous for me to be detailing a room that doesn't even have a ceiling yet, or a wall. But the detailing is so I can work out where to put details, or more to the point, where to put in things like walls, ceiling, floor, etc. Sure, the death roses are nice, but after one failed attempt to use the end portal to kill a wither and Blacklad and Lotus rescuing you from said wither, you're good without the death roses. Death roses sounds like it would be a Guns N' Roses Blacklad band. Guns N' Roses cover band. Death Roses, available now, covering all the weird. Right, if I put that there and there, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, so then we do another one of those. And one of those. And one of those. That's a perfectly valid path between these 2 areas. And we have a Hail Hydrate. Hail Hydrate. Hello, Mad. Welcome in. Squeaky bottle of doom. And a stretch. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Squeak, squeak, squeakums. Right. They sound like a... They sound like, oh, Lord. They sound like a very broken Scotsman. No, I was going to say I sound like a very broken modem. Right, let's see. 1, 2, 4. Right, that. actually needed 8. Oh well. Because if I do this... Tip, 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 tip. Oh my. And we have a pile of swine. Is that what happens when you get multiple pigs on top of each other? It's a pile of swine. Alright. I think I need to go one further forwards on this. I don't like the way this looks. Let's try something else. What if we did, well, let's not do that. What if we took some, what if we had a nap? Wow. Just so much fail there. Ah! Whoops. Poor Scotsman. 12 squirrels in a trench coat trying to build, but their chat are all grim. There's nothing new there, Pixie. I am very used to chat being gremlins. And honestly, half the time I encourage it. The other half of the time I get confused by it, so there's nothing new. 50% of the time I know what's going on, 60% of the time I'm confused, and 70% of the time I can't do maths. And Kel appears to have an up-to-date quote to go with all of this. Do 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 yada da dee. Dip 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 dop. Dip dip dippy dip dip dop dop. Dip 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 dop dop dip 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 dop dip 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 dop. I may have to get you an up-to-date list then, Kel. The nice thing is, the quote list is now self. I now have a self-maintaining copy of it as a result of the fact that I've had to move them all. They will be in a slightly different format to the one that you're used to seeing them, but yeah. Right. You see, this is where things don't quite work out. Because in theory, he says, this is where theory's fantastic until it hits the buffers of reality. I may have to just abandon that row of stuff and not have any detail in there. Which is a shame. But it might be the only way we can actually get this to work. What we could do, however, is go with something like this to show that there is so let's build this out. Let's pick up those expensive things that I've dropped all over the floor first. That was very harumph. As the steam train of theory slams into the buffers of reality. Oh, very humph even. And Ivor the engine wonders just why they're no longer in Wales. Yes. Or Ivor just wonders just where Samantha is this week. Nobody ever knows where Samantha is. Nobody knows where Samantha is. Nobody knows but Humph. And he isn't telling because he's got the Humph. Ooh. Hold on. This might be interesting. I have a thunk going on here. I have a thunk. Uh-oh. Careful. We have a problem. Scotsman's having a think. And a thunk. Can we do... Ooh. That might be an interesting one. I don't think that... Now I sound like a Skeksis from Gelfling. Dark Crystal. Add the black onto the front, or... Yes, you can panic now, Black Lad. Gelfling. Have I done anything like this anyway? Yes, I have. Then... Ooh, yes. Okay, that works. I can do that. That works. I'm going to need more cobbled deep slate, but I could do something like that. That would work, yeah. This is going to look complicated, and I don't know if I can make it work yet, but I'm going to try. We'll try to make it work. As always, we find Scotsmen working backwards and downwards. Right, let's get rid of some of the useless stuff in my inventory. 2 of those, 1 of those. I'm sure there's a stone chest here somewhere. Yes, it's only got 6 in it, but hey. Hunter, welcome in, and thank you for 19 months of subscription. You absolute legend. when I lose these later, feel free to tell me that I've put the white stained glass panes in with the rest of the glass. But only when I lose those later. If I don't lose them later, you can't tell me. So, do I go with the brick or the polished? I think the brick is probably the right one. Exactly. I haven't lost it yet, so... I need one more of that and a couple of You know, it might be easier if I just bring the stone cutter over here. Let's put it there. Right, and grab some of those. That's not what I wanted, but it'll do. Some of those. Right, so that. This. You. Two more. Ba 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 baran. Ba ba baran. Oh ba baran. No. And thrice no. You know, matron. Let's see. Now I need... How many of those did I just take out? 1, 2... Yeah. And then I need 4? 4. 4 feels right. Actually, I needed 6. How I got 6 from 4, I don't know. Or how I got 4 from 6, I'm not sure. That looks janky as smeg. Okay. So, what have we found? We have found that Scotsman doesn't know how to build anything. That's nothing new. We've identified many moons ago that I have absolutely no ability to count. Okay, that's not quite as janky as Smeg. I'm not keen on that lower word. Let's try that again. What I probably need to do is lower my expectations and my window at the same time. If you had the money, what? And we have a Victreeble in chat for anyone who might be interested in trying to catch it. Okay, that's better. That's a little bit better. I think I need... Do I have... Oh, I have. Would help if that was the right way up. Let's check if I need a Victreeble. Nope. Okay. I think the shape is starting to work. The color is goofy as heck. I don't like it. Victory Bell. I'm not liking the color scheme. Also, the upper window feels really, really short. In fact, well, it's not so much that the window feels short. It's that it feels like it's got way too much above it for it to be right. Unless we lower this. Nah. Let's cut you down to size a bit. So if we do and do that, yes, and then the ha, and then we do and do. No, that's awful. I think the problem here is the stonecutter's throwing it off. Alright. That's better. I'm looking at this and thinking that's better. I'm not convinced I've got the right material here. Somehow shaking long wrangle of thunder. I didn't do it. What I'm thinking might be appropriate is to possibly have those sections that are currently deep slate brick as one of the woods, and I'm thinking oak. I don't want to know why you've got a wet sock. What did you put? Tadpole is wet sock. Aha! I didn't even know that one. Oops. Right. Let's put these in here. Cockney rhyming, you could say sweaty sock. Aha. As opposed to sweary sock. Right. I don't want... Sweaty sock equals jock. Who comes up with this? I wonder if... Let's try this. I think it might be closer in the direction I need it to go. I think my problem here is there's too much black. The deep slate is overpowering it. Ow. problem here is I'm introducing another colour, but I'm not actually introducing another colour because we already have this colour. That, I think the other thing is that needs to go this way. And then I would need to have that there. That's better. That's feeling better. I'm never gonna... I'm gonna be told off for all eternity until I watch Has Been Hotel, aren't I? Okay, just checking, so I know the boundaries. Was that? Yes it was. Okay. Am I basically going to be harassed by everybody? I mean, just understanding everything. I think the oak works so much better here. I think now that I've got it next to the yes, that works. I like that. For exactly the same reason that you've been harassing me already, Hunter. So you can't jump on the bandwagon, you're already on it. There's no point in you trying to jump on the bandwagon, Hunter. You've been riding it already. That sounds slightly worse than it was intended, but... There's a bandwagon? Oh yes, you should pause stream and go watch it. For, like, 4 hours? I think if I paused stream for 4 hours, you'd be all a little bit upset at me. Today on Things I Cannot Win. Or should there be situations I cannot win? Oh, that looks a lot better. It's still got some jank in it. Oh, that's so much better. It's still janky as heck, but it's much better jank. I can work with this. This is jank I can work with. It's a phrase that never really seems to make sense, but hey. I think part of the problem is the copper up there is in the wrong place. Here we find Scotsman attempting to de-jank his jank. That sounds like I'm trying to say something else. I'm not on the wagon. I fell off the wagon earlier. Almost looks like a droopy creeper face. What quote has been added? This is great. Now I've been quoted for being janked or working with jank. I think that... Oh, that works better. That's nice. I'm not sure about the copper in one place. I think this copper needs to be... Well, I almost think... I've got to be careful with this. I'm thinking again. Okay. This isn't only Scots. Wow. Oh, I need the cobble deep. Cobble deep cobble. Cobble deep cobble deep cobble deep cobble. Yes, this is deep cobble. Some of you have heard of deep state. Now we have deep cobble. Secretly, it is attempting to run and own. Everything. Why is everyone appealing to Raven? What am I saying now? You know you can't quote everything I say. No, quoting everything I say is called a VOD. And there's already one of those, so you don't need that. I'm pretty sure there's already a quote for that one, Blacklad. I'd have to check. That's what VODs are for. Exactly. There's a VODs. So, oh, I know what would work. Hold on, I have a think. That's just because they're full of holes, Kel. Feg, I may have to be careful with that thought. Because that now makes me wonder if I should put a creaking farm under the Frozen Archives. Holy crap. What did I come back here for? I came back here for something. Ah, yes. Trapdoors. Oh, that's a quote that I'm going to regret. Move it to the Pale Garden where I have natural ambient sounds. Today on Quotes That Scotsman Regrets. Volumes 1 through 300 and whatever the heck number we're at. That's got it. $356. Well, we're not quite at one per day. That way we've still got the copper coming through, but we've now got that. I think I need one more trapdoor on each. And we have a Pokemon, apparently. And I'm being yelled at because I've not eaten. Whoops. Ooh, Pixie's been quoted. What have you been quoted with, Pixie? Yeah, that's better. I wonder if doing that... No, that now makes it look like it's got eyes. You regret nothing. I regret that I have but one quote to give. Ooh, that's nice. That works. I think I've got a roof design here. That works nicely. Hydrate. The only thing I'm not sure about is that block, that section there. And the stretch as well. Oh! And the stretch. What did I say this time, Raven? With chat control on, they kept summoning a character who uses floating balls of healing. Oh my. Can I do this? And does it look better? It's close. It's close. What if I had those the other way up? Ow. Here we go. CB was not far off on that quote. Ow. Here we find Scotsmen throwing themselves off of scaffolding. Yet again. Right. I need a quick nap before I throw myself off of anything else. Right, how does that look? Ah, that's better. Yeah, that takes the solid block of wood out and makes it look a little bit more... I wonder if I can get away with taking out those. If I take out those, does that work better? No. That works worse. That's no good. Okay. What if... And bear with me on this. What if we do that? No. No. Apparently Kel has found the exact quote for what I'm doing here. I think it was probably the best I've had it was this one. Yeah, I think that's the best I'm gonna get. It's the best. The best. Best I'm gonna get with this. It's the best. The best. Never gonna mess it up again. Well, actually, I plan on messing it up repeatedly, but that's not actually a plan. That's just what happens. It's not helped by the fact that I'm attempting to make up a design as I go along. Now, if I were sane, or at least thinking this through, I would have planned this. But hey, why break the habit of a lifetime? Yeah, that's better. I think we have a design here. Designing on stream is probably close to redstone on stream in brain taxing. Yeah, I've tried brain taxing. Unfortunately, I'm brain overdrawn right now, and therefore I'm into brain tax refund. Unfortunately, the brain tax refund is not due for a few weeks. Brain debt. Exactly. That's the one. Similar to Brain Dead, but spent too long on the train taking home. Ugh. Don't get me started on that rant. Only in the UK could we have it so that, due to an issue with a signalling fault, I have to catch a train that makes me go past the station that that I come home to. And then actually, as a result of some of this, end up stopped at said station. Actually, literally at the platform that I would get off at. But they won't open the doors because we're not actually stopping the train that I'm on. Ah! Your brain bank got closed down for reaching a negative integer that is not feasible to return from. Ooh. Extreme overdraft. Ow. You and you need to be there. I need more oak. More oak. It wasn't zooming past Feg. It's the fact that they literally stopped at the platform because of a red signal. Part of the one that was faulty, I suspect. But they wouldn't open the doors because we weren't supposed to stop there. And so I had to stay on the train that they told us to get on because they weren't allowing trains to stop at the platform, at the station that I was heading for. In that, it was weird. They couldn't stop trains at the station that I go home to in one direction, but they could perfectly happily stop them in the other direction. So I had to catch a train that went 40 minutes in the wrong direction to catch a 30-minute train back in the other direction. No. Aha. That's good. I'm glad it makes sense to somebody, because I'm fairly sure it made sense to British Rail. Or Network Rail. Or whatever the smeg the numpties that are in charge nowadays are called. National Rail. That's the one. Honestly, I think it's more National Fail, but that's a different version of the word. Right. Look after yourself, Lotus. Nope, that's in the wrong place. Thank you for the lurk. Right, 3. You go there. You go there. You go there. You go there. You. Ah! How did you end up there? Yes, that too, Lotus. Feel better. They've always been numpties. They just change hats from time to time. Ah. Why? Who gave them a hat? Yeah. Excuse me, sir. You're supposed to be the other way up. Goes right back to Sir Topham Hatt on soda. You see, I honestly think he might have actually had some clue about what he was doing. Not a very good one, but I think he had some clue. Oh. Fiddle snarks. Oh, I was about to say, where's my stone cutter? It's in my inventory. Right, let's try that again, now that I know where my materials are. Did I watch X-Files? Yes. Honestly, though, I think I preferred Fringe to the X-Files. That. And then... yeah. Did oversee quite a lot of derailments. He also bricked up an employee in the tunnel. Yes. Yes. That is a thing, Feg. Fringe was so good until it got cancelled. Yeah, unfortunately. How did I manage to get the clicky noise by tapping on something that didn't exist? Not quite sure what was going on there. Hold on. Okay, no, that's right. And then it's the 4 of these. The 4, the 4, the after. Ooh. No, no. Don't. Don't do it, Scott. Don't do it. Right. And then it's that and that. Do it. No. What am I stuck on? Reality, apparently. No, no, no. Ah! He's doing it again! What am I doing again? I didn't do anything. You can't prove it. There we are. Gillian Anderson's talking about a reboot. Why? That goes there. That goes there. Actually, I can probably get away with making those turn through 90 and only really... Also, of all the people who probably wouldn't want to do a reboot, well, Money, yeah. I would have thought she would be the one who'd least be interested in it, because Scully. Now I sound like I've been watching too much Monsters, Inc. Really got the raw end of the stick a lot. Her character basically got totally smegged over repeatedly. Whoops. And we have a Pokemon in chat. It is a Zubat. Do. Ba-dum, dum, dum, dum. Right. You. 2. 3. What are we... Oh, the bats from Scotsman's wallet. Look, my wallet hasn't been touched. That sounds wrong. Yeah, this is getting close. And then that. And then... yeah. How do I get the block? So, the... No. Oh, duh. Just put the block in that way. And then... no more, and then... Interesting. Serious. Pretty fun. Yeah, that's the other thing. There've been too many reboots of things. What was it I was thinking of going to see at the weekend? Oh yes, Flow has a UK release in the cinema. And what was the other thing that I got an advert for? Oh yeah, for some reason the last 2 episodes of Doctor Who for this season are being shown in the cinema. This feels quite good. I'm liking this. And if I... so the other thing is, we've got to allow for ways of stopping villagers getting through. So if we do that, we'll fall off the roof. I'm supposed... how did I... Flow is... it won an Oscar this year for animation. It's a film that was done about a kitten that ends up in a boat with a dog, a capybara, and a bird during a flood. It's a Black Kitty movie. Yes, that's the one. Black Kitty movie. Okay, so now that we've got this concept in place, haven't seen it, still need to... I still need to see it as well, which is partly why I'm thinking of going to see it in the cinema, because if it's in the cinema, I might as well see it. Really? I've only got one? Why do I have only Fnebbable? Fnebbable. Make another one. There. Okay, so now that we've got that section of roof planned out, because this was the problem. I didn't know how to... Holy Grail. Actually, I think that's this weekend, Feg. Although I might be wrong. I thought it was this weekend. The coconuts of Trump. Trump. Yeah, now that I've got this shape in place, I can work out how this interacts with the section that I want to turn into a A greenhouse. Let's have a quick look. Saturday is Flow, The Accountant, Minecraft movie. No, it's not this weekend then. Oh, it is. It is. Sunday. This weekend, Feg. There is a 4:50 showing of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Sounds like a loot location. Next time Black Lad's streaming, we'll have to consider that. It's either that or it would be not so much a loot location as a loot item. Right. I like that actually. Yes. Okay. Ooh. The Coconuts of Trump, both as a location and an item that you can collect. Yes, well. Okay. So our next problem is how to link into the greenhouse and actually how to build a greenhouse. Do you want to build a greenhouse? It doesn't have to be a greenhouse. Okay, bye. Oh. Really? Apparently we are at quote 200.pm. That sounded like I broke something there for a second. Right, what I probably want to do is you there. There. Yes, that works. And then we put one of those in there, and one of those in there, and then we bring back 4 of those, and I'm very well aware that I'm into extra time mentally, but if I do this, we've then blended the 2 sections of roof together. Hate sunbursts. You're an annoying mix of freezing and very warm. Ow! Yeah, that I can understand. Right, those 2 definitely shouldn't be there anymore. So then also exhausted. Exhausted is not a good thing. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 8. You're a summer baby, got to give you all the sun and the pool. I'm Scottish. You put me anywhere near the sun and I will burn. Do yeah, do that, and then you, and you. Cheat code to make rain appear in one of the GTA games was a Scottish summer. Oh, brutal but accurate. Alright. Knock that down. I'm wondering if that should have been all copper. Actually, that might be better as copper. Yeah, let's swap that for copper briefly. And I know exactly where I am on time. I'm just trying to get something that is running through my mind, out of my mind, before I have to wrap up. Because if I don't, I'll end up doing it between streams. And while that's fine, it's not. I might as well show you me getting very confused for a second. Right. Now I need these back. So it's you, here, there, and then, no more ending. Right. That we will keep as that. And then what we can do is we can put glass down here and turn that into the greenhouse. I need a half slab just there to complete this. There we are. Right, let's get out of the way. Not by flying into the back of a cow, because that would be very disturbing. Okay. Right, let's have a look at how this looks. Because, well, we've been making progress. Startled moo. Yes. Nah. Right. Okay, that, I think... Oh, that's nice. That's starting to come together now. I like this. Yeah, that's... Ooh. Particularly on that side, where it's much more sort of... hi, there's a cliff here. Moving on up, moving on out. Trying to be moved. All of the movies. I think I like that. That actually feels like quite a nice shape. So I think we can work on the greenhouse tomorrow and get that roof that whole section of build sorted. At which point this will probably start to feel like the beginnings of a build. And then we can start working on the sacrificial pit. Meow. Because of course, if you don't know if you don't have your sacrificial pit, how are you ever going to generate the things? No. Moving on. I have every intention of causing mayhem. Sacrificial Pitt, is that a relation of William Pitt? No, Brad Pitt. Right. However, we have, unfortunately, reached the point where I do need to wrap up. For we have run out of time. Probably says something about you that you thought of William before Brad. Yep, I can definitely say it definitely says something about you. And it's Frauke who hasn't got that, not me. Right. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening. It has been a fantastic evening to have you all here. Mayhem, chaos, all of the best parts of all of this. it has been fun. I will be back again tomorrow at my usual time, 2.5 hours previously to now, where we will be continuing our brand new greenhouse and villager breeder and all of the fun that's going to come after that, because that's where it's going to get interesting. Oh, I'm having too much fun with those thoughts. I am going to send us in the direction of a raid, because it's always fun to send people in the direction of a raid. And I am going to send us in over to the fantastic, the absolutely wonderful Math Girl, who is streaming from Dragonfell today and gathering materials for the Heroes Museum. I cannot for the life of me remember what the Heroes Museum is. I think it's where they're storing all the people from their recent charity event, or at least where Math Girl is storing the people from the charity event. Either way, I think Math Girl is a fantastic stream to send you over to, no matter what. So, I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has or maybe not. What? Can I not raid Math Girl? Math Girl's raid settings do not allow me to raid at this time. Well then, I'm not allowed to raid. Boo, boo. I've run into this before. I have, haven't I? Fulmers and Dragon alive. Fulmers it is then. Because Fulmers is also... Okay, there's something wrong here. Because I've got no ability to raid Fulmers either. Twitch, what are you, why are you so derpy? Okay, something is wrong with Twitch. I can't trigger a raid. Everything is blocked. I've tried manual command line and I've tried from the browser. Okay, I can apparently raid Calvin. Who was going to be my second. Twitch. So I think our new raid message is Twitch is refusing to be is being all of the Twitch. Let's send everybody over there. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Take care of yourselves. Don't be too much of a gremlin unless you have a snack after midnight. And I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.